From humble beginnings, they've established themselves as pioneers of video DJing. Starting in small clubs in and around Bristol, they're now making a name for themselves worldwide. This is Urban Nights. Well, I've managed to catch up with Benny Kane from Urban Nights. Benny, thanks for meeting with me, mate.
Nice to meet you, Reese.
So Urban Nights is a name that's becoming more familiar on the electronic music scene, but for those of us who don't know that much about it, tell us what it is.
Urban Nights is the collection of myself and KVL. We're DVJ audio-visual DJs mixing video and producers of like electro house and dubstep.
Okay, so how did it all begin? Tell us about the roots of Urban Nights and when did it all start?
Well, we first of all we started off doing student events in Bristol. We booked this guy called Mike Realm. He was mixing DVDs and scenes from Fight Club and Gross Point Blank, and blew our mind about like the possibilities of what we could actually do with becoming like performance artists.
So it's as much about mixing films as it is mixing music. So.
Yeah, our concept of it was always to kind of like just have like total entertainment going on at the same time. So like when people have light shows and everything's synchronized, it's basically having like all the visuals synchronized with the audio that's going on at the same time, just for complete audience excitement.
And this is quite a new thing then, is it? I mean, it's not something I've personally heard that much about.
Well, the technology is basically is now expanding, so a lot more people are getting into becoming video DJing. Back then, about like 5 years ago, it was like a very new concept that's coming out, and now you've got like a lot of kind of house DJs like Joachim Garud and Sandy Kleiberg, who basically are using the video concept just to create bigger live shows when they're performing out to crowds.
Cool. So was it like breaking into the scene? How difficult was it to become established and get loads of work, as it were?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's in any field, it's especially DJing is a very competitive field, as in a lot of other media kind of work. But with the DJing, we kind of established ourselves doing a lot of work out in the Alps. That later led us to meet up with Swatch in Europe and basically start becoming event DJs for them, to basically promoting their brand and promoting ourselves as well.
So what about the Urban Nights live experience? If I've bought my ticket, I've gone to the show, what am I going to see? Tell me about what's waiting for me.
The show is a concept of having electro, house, dubstep, drum and bass, everything all fused together with hip-hop acapellas and music videos attached to that, with film clips from movies. A lot of it is kind of the combination of like dancing mixed with comedy. That's what we like to do, like there's lull periods in records, and we like to fill that bit, so like putting something funny on screen so like the audience has something to laugh at. So
something for everyone, as much for a film buff as a music fan.
Yeah, completely.
So what's going on currently with the Urban Nights? What's the latest news? What's hot off the presses with the Urban Nights?
Yeah, currently we're doing a lot of studio work getting ready for summer. We've got festival work going on where we'll be performing at events such as Glastonbury, Beach Break Live. We're doing an event for Rip Curl in Biarritz. So we just had a tune released on One Extra, getting support from DJ Target, which has been like our first single that we've put out. So hopefully a lot more to come.
So what does the future hold for the Urban Nights?
Yeah, just jetting about and entertaining people, really, putting on good parties and making people dance.
Excellent, cool. Thanks for meeting. That's Benny Kane, I'm Chris Reese. This is Bristol TV.
No, can we do that again? The handshake was like limp. I'm not going out like that.
Well, thanks for taking the time to meet us.
No problem.
Benny Kane, I'm Chris Reese. This is Bristol TV.